Hussbus Bus Stop.
JP Hussey here, owner of the Hussey Team Mortgage Advisors, with this week's Hussbus Bus Stop. It is hot out here in the Philadelphia area, and the market is hot, as our good buddy Nick Hussey would say. So, a common quote in the mortgage real estate world is, don't wait to buy real estate, buy real estate and wait. All right. Now, what that basically means is it's very, very, very tough to time the market perfectly with mortgage rates, dealing with sellers, if it's a seller's market, buyer's market, right? So what it's saying is it's very, very, very tough to time the market. So buy your real estate, hold on to it, and wait, because in 99.9% of the time, except I guess maybe 2008, but that was a whole different type of thing, homes continue to appreciate, okay? Now, this all being said, I want to give you a little head start, right? It's been a tough time for buyers really since like the pandemic type area, right? So the past 5-6 years, right? But now we kind of are hitting this little blimp, right? Where school just let out. People are kind of just chilling, figuring out summer, right? Rates are in a great spot. For whatever reason, that's not really being talked about too much. Maybe everyone's exhausted from it, right? But it looks like, and I don't make predictions, all right? But it looks like, all right, even though this doesn't directly impact mortgage rates, I got my kid out there, little JMO, just shaved his head, bleached his hair. Hold on 1 second, JMO. See, this is real time. Doing a video. So, we're in a time, right, where rates are in a good spot, all right? Again, doesn't directly impact mortgage rates, but the Fed, right, Jerome Powell, we're kind of seeing there's some weird stuff going on in the world, right, that there's a pretty good chance that rates aren't going to go up, all right? We're only going to be coming back from this spot, right? And if you go on Realtor.com, Zillow, all these other sites, there's a billion of them. Always use a real estate agent, by the way. But to get a good idea, homes are sitting a lot longer. So what does that mean? It means buyers, if homes are sitting, the sellers are more willing to maybe negotiate with you, all right? They're not just going to take, hey, we're going to list this for $400,000, but in our mind, we know we're going to cause a bidding war. It's going to be $450, $460, $500, right? Remember all those crazy times, right? Now they're sitting longer, which gives buyers a better chance of getting what the list price might be or working a deal, all right? So the point of this video is get back in the game, all right? Giving you a head start. Can't time the market, but giving you a head start now that things are sitting if you're a buyer. Get out there. Rates are in a great spot, right? Look at your budgets. We always preach budget. Go look at all of our videos. Budget, budget, budget. Lindsay's always like, stop talking about budget. Well, it's budget, right? Use different programs out there. There's 1% down programs, right? There's PHFA. You remember, you don't have to put 20% down. I would say 80% of our clients don't, right? Work your budget. Figure out different ways, because now you don't have to do the the cookie cutter deal for the seller, just to appease the seller. Hey, 20% down, conventional loan. Now we're seeing FHA, which sometimes FHA, which has lower rates than conventional, it's better for the buyer financially. Put less money down, you get a larger seller's assist. Don't forget about seller's assists. Yes, there's 1% programs, PHFA that come into play, but work as seller's assist, right? And it all comes back to your budget. So lock back in. Get a head start here if you're a buyer and that maybe had a tough time over the past couple years. Back in the game. We're starting to get to that spot. Maybe it's just a little bucket. Don't know, and maybe it goes all the way back to the seller's market. But right now you might have a little bit of time to work a good deal. All right, get back in the game and go through a program that in the past sellers didn't like. So ton of stuff out there. Here's your head start. Can't time the market, but here's your head start to get moving while everyone else is just chilling by the pool, worrying about the heat. Go get yourself a house. Later.
Hussbus Bus Stop.